Hey guys, so today we're going to be doing a holiday look. I'm so excited. I'm mainly excited for this particular eyeshadow palette from Bobbi Brown. This is the Luxe Precious Metals eyeshadow palette. I was just playing around with it and it is gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous and perfect for the holidays. The precious metals, sheen, oh, it's gorgeous. You will see. I will show you swatches and everything. But we're going to be doing a full face, and this video is sponsored by Bobbi Brown. I'm so happy to be working with them yet again. They are an absolute dream, and their products, as you guys know, are some of my favorites. So let's go ahead and jump right in. I'm going to start with, of course, the Bobbi Brown Vitamin Enriched Face Base. One of my favorite primers. A rich, creamy texture that isn't too heavy. It is like a dream. So I'm just going to work this into my entire face. So since we're doing a holiday look, I wanted to wear like a long wear foundation, and I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to be going to a lot of holiday parties, probably not. But what my husband and I like to do is use the holidays as an excuse to go out to dinner. So I thought the Bobbi Brown Skin Longwear Weightless Foundation SPF 15 was the perfect longwear foundation for the occasion. And I have it in the shade number 2 Sand. I'm going to use the Bobbi Brown Full Coverage Face Brush and just start at the center of my face and work out. I love the customizable coverage this foundation has. If I put on just one pump, which this is, I get a really nice, kind of like light medium coverage. I don't feel like I'm wearing a mask. The formula is fairly lightweight. I feel like it looks really natural. So this is when I usually assess whether or not I need a little bit of concealer. I think because, again, this is a holiday look and I'm probably going to be going out doing this look, I'm going to want a little bit more perfection, so I am going to use a little bit of concealer. And I'm going to use my Clé de Peau Radiant Corrector for Eyes. This is such a lovely, I want to say medium coverage concealer. Nothing too crazy. It just does some really nice brightening, just a really nice pick-me-up for the under eye area. And I'm gonna go with my BK Beauty A506 brush. This is that amazing concealer brush that Angie from Hot and Flashy created with BK Beauty. There, isn't that great? Just a nice brightening. And I think I forgot to mention, I am using the shade Ivory in this Clé de Peau corrector. All right, now I'm going to want to set my face. I have my LYS powder. This is the Triple Fix Translucent Setting Powder, and I have it in the shade Resilience. Got my Chikuhodo GSN 1 brush. It's gonna pick up a little bit and just lightly sweep, wow, lightly sweep the powder just to set my makeup. This LYS powder is so lovely. It's so fine, like it's really completely weightless. I never feel like I'm wearing powder when I put it on, but it does its job, you know? Foundation is set. I feel like my skin is a little bit mattified, not too much, a little bit mattified, really lovely. All right, on to bronzer. So I had to pick out this Bobbi Brown bronzer. I love Bobbi Brown bronzers, but I just recently tried this. Well, maybe it's not so recent anymore. Maybe it's like maybe just short of a year ago. But this bronzer, you guys probably remember when I tried this on, I think it was during like a Nordstrom haul, this one in the shade Antigua. And I ordered it because I was like, this isn't a bronzer. This is like a blush, but I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try it. Bobbi Brown says that this is a bronzer. I'm gonna try it. And this magically was such a beautiful bronzing product. I don't know that I would go in hard and like contour with this product, but just kind of like lightly dusted where I would kind of bronzer a little bit. It was lovely. So since this is, you know, the fall, winter season, I don't really go whole hog with bronzing. I thought this was a really nice kind of like cool tone, something just to kind of make my skin look a little bit more healthy, but not too like overly fake tan. So I'm gonna use my Sonia G Master Face Brush, and I'm gonna start where I always start, which is kind of under the cheekbone, but I'm gonna bring it up along my temples and just use it a little bit where I would normally bronze. A little bit on my forehead, a little bit down my nose. And this powder has like a little bit of a sheen to it, so it's really lovely. And I think this tone would work beautifully on cooler skin tones, but My skin tone is pretty mixed on my face because of all the sun that I used to I used to get. That when I brush a shade like this over my warmer, more tan areas of my face, what it does is I feel like it brings out that kind of like sunburnt quality to it. Isn't that so amazing? I'm still amazed. Even though I've used this and I love the effect that it gives my skin, I do feel like I look a little bit more bronzed. I feel like I look healthier. I'm still amazed that this shade that I'm looking at in this pan gives me this kind of bronze look. Anyway, that is the Antigua bronzing powder from Bobbi Brown. Let's move on to blush. So I pulled out one of my favorite shades for the holiday season, which is this Chantecaille Cheek Gelée in Vibrant. This has like a kind of cranberry, raspberry sort of tinge to it. So it's this slightly deeper pink. So it's fairly cool tone, and I just think it looks so pretty on the cheeks for the winter time because it looks like, kind of mimics that like you've been out walking in the cold. So I'm just going to squeeze out, you only need a little bit of these cheek gelées. I'm going to squeeze out just a teensy bit. There is the color of the shade. And because this is a fairly, strong cheek color, and because I want kind of like a really blown out kind of blush look, again, holiday party, I kind of want like a strong cheek, I'm going to use like a fluffy brush. So I'm going to go in with the Rephr number 4 brush. This is their angled cheek brush. And I'm going to just pick up a little bit of the cheek gelée. Make sure it's like spread out on the bristles, like there's no like clumps anywhere. And then I'm going to sweep onto the cheeks. And I am working this over powder, but the cheek gelée from Chantecaille is like magic. It works over powder, works under powder, works over foundation. So there is Vibrant on this cheek, and this is my bare cheek. So it's just this really nice, like when you use a big fluffy brush, you get like an instantly diffused look. The trick is really to make sure you don't have any clumps of the product on your brush. And that way you can just brush it lightly and you get just a really nice diffused application. And for highlighter, I'm gonna go in with the Pink Glow from Bobbi Brown. This is that limited edition collab with Ulla Johnson. Have you guys seen this? I have shown this to you, right? This packaging is so amazing. Look at this fabric that's on top of the cover. It's so incredible. And then we have our very familiar Pink Glow highlighter, but it has a different embossing on there, like a floral embossing. So pretty. So I'm gonna use my Sonia G Sculpt 2 brush, pick up some of this powder. This is a baked gelée highlight. And just dust it on my cheeks. Woo! We are definitely ready for a holiday event. Wow. Put some down my nose. Now for eyebrows, I'm going to use the Persona Swipe Up Brow Gel. I have it in the shade Cool Brown, and I just love this brow gel. I think it's so good. The texture is like not too thick, not too thin. It makes my brows look fluffy. It holds them in place. I am just a really big fan of this. And now for eyes, we are definitely going to be playing with this Luxe Precious Metals eyeshadow palette. Here is a close-up of the palette. We have 8 shades, all of which have a really beautiful metallic finish. And here are the swatches. So I swatched from left to right, top to bottom. First we have Top of the Rock. Next we have Glistening City, Gilded Pink, Skyline Shimmer, Rose Garnet, Gunmetal, Downtown Heat, and Antique Bronze. I'm sure you guys can imagine which ones are my favorite, but I'm gonna try and bust out of my comfort zone since we are doing a holiday look. I definitely wanna use the golds and the bronzes in here. So what I wanna do is start with something that's gonna kind of anchor this look a little bit. I think you could use any of these shadows as like a one and done, just really easy holiday look, but I want something just a little bit more dramatic. So I'm actually gonna start with the Longwear Cream Shadow Sticks from Bobbi Brown. So I'm gonna use the shade Cashew as a starting point. I'm going to put this down pretty much like a base. So I'm kind of being messy with it. I'm getting it all over. And then I'm just gonna take my finger and kind of blend that in. These shadow sticks make a really nice eyeshadow base. Super creamy, easy to blend. So I'm gonna do that on both eyes, of course. Okay, so there is Cashew down. And then I'm gonna take Bark, which is a pretty dark brown here. And this is what I'm gonna do to add a little bit of drama. So I've got my Sonia G Worker 3 brush. I'm going to just pick up a little bit on the brush first, and then start to work that into my lash line, and then deepen up my outer corner with it, dragging some underneath my lash line, really kind of smoke things out. There's really that fine line between smoking out your lash line and making you look really gaunt and tired. So I'm trying to be careful here. So these shadow sticks do set down. They are long wear, so I do like to do one eye at a time. All right, and now for some of these Luxe Precious Metals. I definitely want to use this shade because this is the gold. You guys know that I would normally go for like these two shades, like immediately. This kind of silvery champagne one and this one called Gunmetal. I mean, this one has my name all over it, but like I said, this is for a holiday look, and I feel like gold is just so holiday appropriate. So I really want to go for this one and then possibly this one. Before we jump into application, can we just appreciate this packaging? It is so, so pretty. All right, I've got my Refer number 1 brush. Again, I'm gonna go into this gold shade, which is called Glistening City. Ooh, we've got a sticker on the mirror here. Let's peel this off together. That was a pretty good one. This is a very golden gold. If you catch my drift, it's very, very yellow. Wow, incredible. So I just have that from the inner corner over, blended over like the center of my lid. Oof. All right, I'm gonna take the same brush. I'm gonna go into this shade at the end on the top row. This is called Skyline Shimmer. You definitely wanna knock the excess off. These shadows are, I don't know if you can see the kick up. They don't feel that soft when you're swatching them, but once you put your brush in, quite a bit of product comes up. And now I'm going to add this to the outer corner and blend on top of that gold. This gold is a little bit less yellow, a little bit more neutral, but all these shadows have the same like metallic impact. There's not one in here that's like a little softer than the others. No, they're all like really, really highly metallic. Got my Pencil Pro from Sonia G. I'm gonna go into this first shade here called Top of the Rock. And I'm gonna add this to the inner corner, blend that in. I don't really do inner corner highlights that often, but I feel like I've been doing them a lot lately. It must be the new season. I do have a little bit of fallout from those golden shades, but not as much as I thought I would, probably because I put that cream shadow stick down before, which has like a little bit of tack to it. I think that helped kind of keep those shadows down. All right, that's it for the eyeshadows, but I need to add some eyeliner. So I've got my Wang Essential Eye Kohl Pencil in Precious Opal. This is his deep chocolate brown with like a little bit of a shimmer to it. So I'm going to tightline with it and add it to my waterline. I kind of want some of the gold underneath my lash line here at the bottom. So I'm gonna grab that Pencil Pro again, and I'm gonna use the same 2 golden shades. So I'm gonna use this first one, which is Glistening City, and I'm gonna line my eyes about halfway, and then go to the Skyline Shimmer, and then line the rest of my eyes. I'm actually gonna grab some of this Antique Bronze. This shade, did I just scrape it with my nail? I did, yay. This shade over here. I'm gonna pick some of that up and add it to the bottom corner here. Maybe a little to the top here. So just accenting the V. All right. Ooh, so metallic, so shimmery. All right, I'm gonna curl my eyelashes. I'm gonna use my Refer lash curler, and I'll be back to apply some mascara. All right, I've got the Bobbi Brown Smoky Eye Mascara. All right, get those nice fluttery lashes. So for lips, we're gonna use one of the new Bobbi Brown Luxe Defining lipsticks. I have a couple of options, and of course, because this is a holiday look, I immediately thought, oh, I'm just gonna go ahead and use like a really bold red, But there are some really beautiful, beautiful colors in this range. So here is Bold Baroque, and this is like a hot pink. This could be fun for holiday. Then we have Terracotta, which is like a reddish brown. I should say a brownish red because it's a little bit more red. The Redefined Red Illusion, which is a little bit deeper than like your basic red. And those are, I think, my 4 options. Wow, I don't know. I'm kind of drawn to this Bold Baroque, this really, really hot pink, because it's very festive, but I think it's a little bit unexpected. So I think I'm gonna go with that one this time. Ooh, okay. I'm so glad. I was putting it on, I was like, oh, maybe I should have gone with the red. I really love this. God, look at that color. It's like a neon hot pink. And I can't get over how easy it is to apply these lipsticks in such bold colors. Usually it takes me so long. If it's like a regular lipstick bullet, I'm like, can't quite get the bottom lip right. I'm like always kind of fussing with it because this is like a pointy crayon and it has the sharpener at the end. Oh my God, it just makes it so easy. So this is my holiday look. What do you guys think? I'm kind of loving it. I love this eyeshadow. Well, let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Subscribe down below if you haven't already, and I'll see you in my next video.